Welcome to AgNetZero, a platform where you can access reviews of the latest research in sustainable and regenerative agriculture from over 5,000 internationally renowned experts from over 100 countries across more than 1,500 organizations from academia, research institutes, and industry. With over 2,500 research documents, the application of artificial intelligence brings the research to life and provides users with a unique interactive experience whilst also giving them access to high quality, trusted knowledge in sustainable agriculture. A quick look at the homepage shows shortcuts to the most common features users are currently interacting with. These are search, create, and question. The next set of videos will briefly show users how to use each of these features alongside engagement with the content and the AI features. Let's start with the search function. This can best be described as your typical content search, as you might find on any ebook platform. However, it is searching the full text of the documents to find the most relevant results and not just the metadata of title, abstract, etc. Let's search for a term. I'm selecting fungicide resistance. As we can see, it has found 441 documents. 441 documents is still a lot of documents to look at, even if it is sorted by relevancy. So what can we do to narrow it down to a smaller number? Firstly, we can reduce the number of results by asking the search to find fungicide resistance as a phrase as opposed to fungicide or resistance as individual search terms. We do this by adding speech marks at the beginning and end of the search term. That will now return results where only the string fungicide resistance appears together in the text of a document. By doing this now reduces the results down to 109 documents. Further refinement of the results is also possible using the categorization filters down the left-hand side. These include climatic region, geographic region, document type, and subject classification. The AI interface has dynamically applied the categorization based on the content contained within the search results. I'm going to click on crop protection and apply the filter. This has now reduced my results down to 17 documents, a much more manageable number. We're going to leave the filter in there and think about which documents we want to access. Firstly, let's have a look at the preview icon. Clicking this prompts the AI to provide a summary of the document to quickly help you ascertain if it's something you want to read. Before we click into a document, there is one more feature I'd like to highlight, and that is adding to a workspace. This is particularly useful if you are working on a project and want to collate various documents in one place for reading or for AI analysis. We'll cover Workspace more in a separate video tutorial. Let's click into a document. Here you'll be presented with a typical ebook reading experience. Let's scroll down and take a look at the content. This is a document written by a research scientist at NIAB in the UK. It's 35 pages long, and as we scroll through, you'll see the table of contents, which is dynamically linked to the section headings. And as we scroll down further, you'll see the nature of the content, and embedded in the text, you'll see references. It's possible there are 1 to 200 references to primary research documents, which makes this an authoritative and comprehensive review of all the latest research. As we've said, each document is a review of the primary research in a topic, and references to those papers can be found at the end of the document. However, AI is here to help you further and can analyze the document for you. Click the orange AI Assistant button and choose a prompt. We're now going to use the most basic feature and ask a question, but note it specifically refers to the document that's been selected. Click on the Ask a Question button and the AI interface will fire up. Here we can type in our question. Let's go for summarize the 5 key takeaways from this document. Now, this is a very generic high-level question, and therefore it will produce that same high-level response. But the more detailed question you ask, the more detailed response you'll get. Note the numbers at the end of each paragraph. These are links back to the source document and will take you to the exact page number where it has retrieved the information from. Obviously, in this example, it's the same document each time as we've run the AI against a single source. If this summary is exactly what you want, you can make a report and do an output, edit it and export it to Word. Alternatively, you can extend your research and ask further questions and start to build a more relevant content output. In summary, think of this as AI having read all 2,500 documents and then having a conversation with AI to output the information you want. Remember, this is a ring-fenced environment, which means that AI is only looking at our documents, isn't being trained, and isn't hallucinating as public large language models can do. Therefore, you're working in a secure environment with the knowledge that the outputs are based on trusted knowledge from the Burley Dodd Science publications.